Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and in this video I'm gonna be baking. So I decided today that I just wanted to really take my time and slow down and do something relaxing, something that would bring me comfort, something that was cozy, and that is what baking is for me. So that is the video that I'm doing today. I did plan to bake something new today, something that I had never baked before, but alas, I will be saving that for another video because it was too long, too many hours. So today I'm going to be baking something quick and easy and something familiar, you know, something that it's muscle memory at this point. So, yeah, thank you and stay tuned. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be making crumble cake, also known as crumb cake, also known as coffee cake. Yeah, it's a really easy, simple recipe. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start first with making the crumble topping, and then we can get into the rest. Alright, so I have my flour separated in half, and I'm gonna add my sugar now. I honestly should have prepped all of this before I shot the video, but we learn as we go. Alright, got half a cup of sugar, brown sugar, 1/4 of granulated sugar. I don't think it matters what sugar you use. I'm not sure. How do you open this? I've never bought this one. I don't think I have. Okay, it's open. Then we got, yeah, 1/4 cup of food. Yeah, I don't think it matters what sugar you use. But yeah, you can. Actually, I don't know. It probably does matter. Baking is a science after all. So, and then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. I love this one personally. Oh, it's so fragrant and it's very strong. That's my butter. This is supposed to be cozy, but I kind of feel chaotic on my side. This is my first time filming myself baking, so yeah, it's a little bit bumpy, I will say, but it's fine. It's the first time for everything, and I'm still enjoying myself. So 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, that's 1, 2, and this is the Kirkland brand, which I really love, very fragrant. And finally, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Yeah, I'm using sea salt, also Kirkland, not sponsored, but you should sponsor me. Alright, I'm just gonna crack this and get back to you guys. Okay, we got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. A little bit more. Alright, so we're just gonna whisk all this up now, as you can see, until it's all like blended up. Some of my brown sugar is like kind of hard. I have to admit, you guys, this is my first time baking after a very long time. It used to be something that I did quite frequently, and yeah, it was just really fun. Like, I baked for myself, baked for my family, I baked for my friends. Yeah, so I used to bake quite often. But ever since, I think it was a year or 2 years ago, I was making cinnamon rolls, and which is something that I like. That was also another like super easy go-to recipe for me. And for some reason, like, my yeast wasn't working. Like, I would like buy new yeast, like make sure the water was warm enough, make sure that there was like a sweetener in there to feed it, and like my dough just wasn't rising, and like I struggled with that. And I think I've tried 3 times making the cinnamon rolls, and like every single time my flour did not rise, like the yeast did not rise, and like they just came out terrible. And then like that like discouraged me so much that I just like haven't been really baking since. I think I did bake. Alright, I'm gonna add my butter now. But yeah, ever since then, I really haven't been baking much. And then probably for like some family Thanksgiving, I've made like a crumble cake. I think 2 Thanksgivings ago, or yeah, probably 2 or 3 Thanksgivings ago, I made a crumble cake. And yeah, ever since then, I just really, like, I kind of fell off, really. And I think even with the crumble cake that I'm making right now, I ended up messing it up because I doubled the recipe, and somehow, like, just the fact that like the new measurements were so unfamiliar to me, I somehow ended up putting like mixing up salt with the sugar, or mixing up the measurements for salt and sugar for something. So yeah, and I ended up putting up too much salt, and I definitely did realize, I think, before I baked it, but I was just like, what am I supposed to do? And like once you put it in, you can't tell salt apart from sugar, apart from flour. So yeah, I ended up baking it, and it came out looking beautiful, but obviously it tasted a little bit too salty for something that's supposed to be sweet. I definitely had a few pieces, and my family did as well, but then like my brother did end up telling me like, yeah, it's a bit salty. So yeah, I haven't baked since then, and yeah, that's just how I am. It's not my first time that I've like, you know, really failed at something after trying really hard and never picked it up again. I don't know. I think they say that's something about like child geniuses. They always want to get it on the first try. Granted, that is not my first try, but anyways. So now we've got our paste and for our crumble. And I'm going to add in this flour little by little and like stir it with this fork, and it's going to end up being really, really crumbly. Usually I cut this in half. I prefer it with a lighter crumble, but this recipe is going to make it like a really, really heavy crumble, and like it makes the crumbles really chunky when you do the full recipe of it. But I like a smaller crumble, but regardless, it's okay. I'm gonna try to like make them like as small as possible. So I'm just gonna mix in this flour little by little. So this is the crumble. As you can see, it's very crumbly. And let's get on to our flour mixture because I'm yapping too much and we need to like get going. This is supposed to be a really quick, simple recipe, to be honest. Like, it's not supposed to take an hour. Alright, now we're moving on to our cake mixture. Alright, so 1.5 cups of flour. Now we have our flour. We're gonna add baking powder and baking soda. Powder. Alright, so this baking soda is expired. And here's the thing, I was running out this morning to go and buy what we needed, and I asked my brother, do we have this? Do we have that? And he was like, yeah. So obviously he was being negligent, or I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, so if this does not work properly, we can all collectively blame my brother. I definitely will be. Gotta take it out on someone. But it expired like a month ago. So it doesn't even say Best Buy. It just says expired. But I'm gonna try it. I don't have the time. Please work. Let's all pray that it works. Amen. Okay. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Alright, so these are our dry ingredients. It's our flour, baking soda, and baking powder, and our salt. I'm going to give this a whisk and set it aside. And we get another bowl now. And now we're going to make our wet ingredients. Pull my sleeves up. Okay, so first things first, we are gonna whip our butter and our sugar together. Alright, so we got our half a stick of softened butter, get in there, and half a cup of sugar. Alright, so now for this part, I do not have a standing mixer, but we need to mix this or beat this or whip this for 3 minutes. So I'm gonna set that on my timer on my watch. Alright, and I'm gonna get to whipping. Oh, my butter's not that soft. It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. I'm going to just press my butter out first. Squish it. Soften your butter, guys. I just broke my spatula and my nail. Wow. This is supposed to be a calming video. This is supposed to be a calming video. And I just want to say that I really hope that this video is calming for you. Because although I am enjoying some of it, it is a little tad bit stressful. Just a little tad bit stressful for me. But I'm sure there's plenty of lessons that I am learning right now, so we move on. So this is as whipped as this butter and sugar is gonna get. Moving on, okay, I'm tired. Lord have mercy. Alright, so we're gonna add 1 large egg. Alright, now we need sour cream. Not me about to pour straight into the bowl. Okay, we need a 1/3 cup of sour cream. Yeah. I'm just gonna use this spatula that broke to get it out. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup of milk. So you're just gonna keep mixing it. So since there's sour cream in here, it's gonna look a little bit chunky and curdled, and that's totally fine. That is totally fine. Alright, so then we're gonna add this now. Alrighty, I'm just gonna add like a half at a time. Oh, put that there. I will say this, I'm excited that I started out like with a recipe like this that doesn't require yeast or rising, because I think I said it earlier, but working with yeast can be so complicated, and I don't think I would have had it in me if like I tried to like make a bread base and like it just didn't work out. And like this video is due tomorrow morning, so like you know, something's got to go up, and I needed something that was going to definitely work, if you know what I mean. But oh wow, this is so thick. It's giving like cookie at this point. Ooh, very, very thick, like myself. All right. Wow. Okay, so if you can see, but like, look at the batter. It's giving cookie, but I think once it bakes, like, it really stays really soft and moist. All right, I'm back, and I have a 9x9 glass pan. It's really 8.5 by 8.5, but who the heck cares? I'm gonna eat it. All right, so now we're gonna put this baby in this bad boy. Alrighty. Y'all, my oven been ready. Okay, like, that's how long it's taking me to do this. Alright. Ooh. Just get it in there. Ah, I want to eat it. It smells so good. Ooh. Get rid of this. Alrighty. So now we have everything in here, but it's stuck. So we're just gonna spread it around to the best of our ability. Oh, also, I forgot to say that in the wet mixture, one of the ingredients that we needed to add was vanilla. However, I personally, I do not use artificial vanilla. I don't. That is just one line I will not cross. Usually I get my vanilla from Costco, but I haven't been to Costco in ages, and the vanilla that we do have has ran out. I think it's also Kirkland vanilla. And I do believe that it is real vanilla. If I'm wrong, wow. But either way, I don't think I've ever used artificial vanilla personally. I mean, I'm not saying that I've never eaten anything with artificial vanilla, but I'm just saying, like, when I bake, I don't use artificial vanilla. So yeah, I ran out to like the local strip stores today, the local shops, to see if I could find like some vanilla, and everything was just like imitation, and I'm just like, no, I can't do that. Ugh. I mean, I'm sure it like tastes just fine, but it's just, I don't know. I'll know that it's not real, you know? Alrighty, so I managed to spread it out. I'm just gonna clean our bowl up a little bit because it's looking kind of crazy. I do think that, like, having not made this in a while, it's like not the smoothest, I don't think. And maybe that baking soda isn't working. But regardless, we move on. I think it's pretty level. I could be wrong. It's supposed to self-level too, but girl, I don't know. Alrighty, so now that that's on, we're gonna put our crumbles. Oh, our crumbles are like stuck. So we're just gonna crumble this on. And the reason why I make like half, I think I explained this and I just keep re-explaining myself. But like I'm putting this on right now and I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot of crumble, and like I'm not even halfway and I've already covered like the top of the pan. Like I'm just like, okay. I mean, you know, to each their own when it comes to the crumble, but I'm just like, is this much even necessary? Apparently it is. Because it's how my brother likes it. I'm just like, okay. Okay. Get rid of this. Alrighty. So, here we have it. As you can see, there's our cake layer on the bottom and our crumble layer on the top. And we're gonna put her in the oven for 40 minutes. That's really good. Okay. Let me not eat this raw, actually. Do people really get salmonella from eating raw stuff? I mean, like raw baking stuff? Anyway, don't answer that. Alright, goodbye. I will see you when this is out the oven. Hey guys, I'm back and I have with me, it has risen. I'm guessing the baking soda did its thing. I've been sitting here waiting for it to cool, but I'm so impatient. Excuse me. So I'm gonna eat a piece for you guys right now. Yeah, I was trying to get it to cool for 20 minutes. It's been like 12. So I'm gonna cut a middle piece. I don't want a corner piece. Oh, I feel like you have to let it cool because it's so soft when you first make it. Let's see if I can like do this out. It's so hot, but here it is. Oh, please focus. There we go. It's kind of smushed a little bit, but there's my slice. It's good. It's really good. So the longer that you leave it, the better it'll taste. So obviously, like, come back tomorrow or tonight. You just let it set, and I don't know, like the flavor is just sweeter. Very subtle, sweet flavor, but it's really, really good. And I am happy that it came out well. I was a little bit nervous because the baking soda, and also the fact that like it's been probably a whole year and some change that I've baked. I'll admit I did look up a few things, but I mean, hey, plenty of people follow recipes and still can't cook, so cook or bake, whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna finish enjoying this dessert. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that this video was comforting to you. In some ways, it was comforting for me. I really, really enjoyed getting back into baking again. I don't know what to say, but it did make me very, very happy to do this today. And I look forward to baking more. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.